Here behind me, I have Old Town best selling kayak. Let me show you why. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is none other than the 120 PDL by Old Town. This kayak has been around for many years with a different name. 2019 it was when it was first launched as the Top Water 120 PDL. Amazing kayak. Always loved the kayak. I caught a really nice tuna of that 120 PDL. Oh sure, a few days after surgery, more like a month after I have my surgery to remove my appendix. That was a crazy amazing experience. I'm gonna link it below because that video, you should watch it. It's very nice. All right, so here is the 120 PDL from the Sportsman line. Why did Old Town change up the name and all this stuff? Well, they wanted to have a line of premium fishing kayaks that cover anything from PDL drive to paddle to power. The Autopilot, my favorite kayak of all times, is part of that line, and they added things to it like a better seat. The Top Water 120, the seat wasn't the best. This one is far better. They added premium padding, and they also added cool things like power pole fittings right here. And we're gonna use this later to put a motor on this boat. Not just any motor, but a 3 horsepower motor, because I want to see how that motor does on this boat. Hey guys, this video is made possible by the best Amped Outdoors lithium batteries. Simply the best battery you could buy with your money. It's time that you upgrade your super heavy lead acid battery. Get an Amped Outdoors lithium batteries. Look, this is 36 volts, 60 amp hour. It's waterproof. Yeah, you could put this thing underwater. I mean, don't leave it there, but you could literally splash it, you know, and it'll be fine. And guess what? Amped Outdoors have been in the business for a long time. They have super great prices, really good quality, and super real warranty. Like if you have a problem with the batteries, just reach out to them. They'll help you out. There's a new lithium battery company out there. Like every single day, you find an ad for a new one. I wouldn't trust them. I would go with Amped Outdoors lithium batteries because they've been around for a long time and they want to take care of you. So, you know, be careful what you do when you buy a lithium battery. Choose the best. But enough talk about the history, and let's talk about the boat itself. Why is this boat so popular? I mean, Old Town sells a lot of kayaks, and I was at the shop with David the other day, and I wanted to do like a head-to-head kayak versus kayak, and with the 120 and another kayak, and by the time I was ready to do that video, the 120 PDL was sold. All right guys, I want to take you from bow to stern and show you everything that this boat has to offer. Right here you see a drain plug and a handle. Inside this handle there is quarter-inch, not quarter, but there is inserts there, and also a screw like you could remove. I ended up removing this and putting a plate there and putting a trolley motor here without having to screw anything into this boat. So you could add a bow mounted trolley motor there if you want. Now this drain plug right here, I mean, I like it that it's there for what I just said, but to drain water I don't think it's the best. Although maybe it could be, because it's almost there at the end, so you could definitely flip this boat and take all that water out. Maybe I'll show you that after I finish this video. Maybe I'll just flip it over and take the water out and see what's up. Now here you have a hatch. I'm not a big fan of hatches, as you know, but this hatch, see, it has a little water there from the day that we flipped it. But this hatch, man, I don't know what Old Town did, but this thing is very sealed. Little water gets in even when you flip this boat multiple times. So that's some epic stuff, and that is nice to store things inside, but I'd rather just have it flat. Old Town is not gonna do that ever. They're not gonna have a flat design because this is part of their design language. They love to do that. So even the Autopilots have a little hatch in the front, right? They need it, but they have it. The drive, we're gonna talk about the drive more later because it's important that we dedicate a little portion of this video to the drive. But you see that there has a transducer hole, and underneath is the hole for the transducer where the cavity is protected. I'm gonna show you some B-roll clip of that, but it's protected, so if you hit a rock or something, it's not going to destroy your transducer, and it's quite large. You should measure it and measure your transducer to see if it's going to fit in there. Now if we keep going forward, you see you got some scupper holes right there because water does get in this deck and it needs to drain out. over here you see those lines, like if you want to stage some rods in there because you're going through the mangroves or vegetation, it's cool to have that. But it doesn't have like horizontal rod holders like other boats have. Now this track right here, very long, 18 inches, it's plastic. You could replace it. Ketch offer aluminum tracks, which are really nice. If you want the metal one, you could just replace it. This pocket is right here, they're nice, but I wish they were quite bigger. Like, why can't this just go all the way over here, and then you could put a decent size plain or tackle box in there. Now I guess they did that because, or they didn't do it because you have storage here. You could store things in here, and it's you know, it's closed. And also underneath the seat, if you can see there, you could also put in your tackle boxes, or even below the seat. So this giant hole is here for a reason, is to allow you to take the drive off easy. You don't have to go through any hoops to just remove the drive. And let's face it, you buy this boat because you're gonna be using the drive. So just having an issue with water coming in, I don't think it's an issue at all. Like, if you have an issue with that, then just get a different boat. But let's keep talking about the boat itself. Right here you have nice handles on each side, which is very strong. I love handles in the middle of kayaks because I could just put this thing on the bed of my truck and put a strap through it, and I have nothing to worry about. The seat is on this rail system, which I think it needs some updating, man. First of all, you need to hold both of them at the same time to move the seat forward and back. And when you get home or you are on the water and you want to remove it, you know, you have to use both. Dude, I think we need a better system for this. But anyways, they're never gonna change that. I'm just talking here before talking, I guess, because they're never gonna change that. Now that seat is very comfortable. I fish off that seat for hours and hours and hours, and I have zero complaint about it. I have fished from other kayak seats and I could feel something afterwards, and for some reason the Old Town seats, I have nothing to complain about. Something that you can see here, and let me just remove the seat right here. So if you look here, you see it has this little spot right here where maybe you could put a tackle tray on the back. Remember, it's gonna get wet, so whatever you put in there, make sure it's waterproof. And then here in the front, you got that nice premium padding. It's really nice to stand up in there, especially if you're barefoot, and do some casting, do some fishing. That's very nice. So moving forward, you have the rotor control right here. This thing just works. Had it strapped down. Let me remove this. So let's say you want to bring that rotor down after you're on the water, you just pull this, and of course it's not gonna work right now. Oh, it's working. Boom, because it's too much to the side. So luckily, if you're on the water, logically you will like move the rotor to the middle. And the thing is that this boat right now is on an edge, so gravity, but with the rotor in the middle it's easy. Yeah, it's not gonna work here, guys, because this thing is tilted, and no, it's not gonna work. So this works amazingly once you're on the water. You could bring it up or down, and if the rotor is not aligned, you could just align it with the rotor and bring it down, up or down. So, you know, let's see if I could do it quick here. Yeah, no, it moves. Oh, I know what to do. And we could cover that right now. See, this thing is, see, it's on an edge, right? So why not use the built-in tensioner here to just hold this thing in the middle so it doesn't move? And now we could use this. Ooh, this is perfect. This is like the perfect example for that. See, now the rotor is not doing that anymore. You could bring it all the way down, or you could bring it up and it's still in the middle, and you could do it really fast. Oh, this is crazy. You see, that thing is perfect. This little tensioning knob right here, it keeps the rotor from doing this. That's crazy. You just saw it works. You just saw it. I tied it down and I was able to bring the rotor up and down. Crazy stuff. Whew. And we're gonna talk more about the rotor later, but let's talk about this Aliex hatch right here. Again, the same waterproofness. And yeah, why do I need a hatch behind my seat? Well, you could simply put a battery in there, like an amazing amp outdoors lithium batteries, and save yourself 5% by using coupon code Aliex5, and also support the channel if you want to do that. To power your fish finder, you could do through hole fitting, so put connection through there and just come through here, through the side, and just power your fish finder or camera or whatever you want to power. So it's really nice to have a hatch already built in, a premium hatch that allows little water to get in, and that you could trust. Super nice. And also it creates kind of like a space right here to put your lunch cooler, your little tiny cooler for lunch, you know. Now moving back, you can see that you have 1, 2, 3 flush mounted rod holders, and these rod holders are looking the right way. So if you put a rod there, they're kind of spread out, which allows you not to get the rods tangled, which is that's really nice. The autopilot, that's one of the beefs that I have with it. When you put rods in there like that, they tangle, the lines tangle when you have two running on the water. Now if you look here, the tank well, this tank well is humongous. You could put any size cooler, well, not any size, but you could put some decent size cooler in here. You could put the biggest black pack, and you still have space to put another tiny cooler bag or things like that. And moving back here, you got the power pole fittings right there to put motors, to put power pole, whatever. Now if you look at this, look at the design of this rudder. It has a built-in handle. This is very nice, man. If you don't want to use this rudder here, you could always use the built-in. I forgot to mention, you also have paddle keeper here, the rudder controller only on the left, and that's how the boat looks. Very impressive. Let's go ahead and drain the water out first of all, and then just talk about the bottom hole. This is why this boat is so stable. Look at this. That WU hole is one of the most stable there is. It's a wide boat. You're looking at 36 inches wide, and you're looking at 12 feet long. But look at that, man. So wide. It's kind of like a whole, kind of like a cat boat, dude. This thing is super stable, way more stable than the Pro Anglers 12 and 14 and the Outback. This is one of the most stable kayaks you could find. And talking about that transducer, look at that. Look at that cavity right here. You could literally put any size transducer. That thing is huge. Look at that. Look at that, man. Could probably go all the way here. Anyways, do your research before you buy a giant transducer for your boat. Like, make sure that it actually works. But the idea is that you would like put the adapter here, and then the transducer will be all the way here. You have some cable to work with going out up the boat, but then it's gonna be protected because this is how it looks. And I have ants eating me already. See, kind of like in that giant cavity right there to protect it. So the boat total weight capacity is 500 pounds, but usable capacity is only 384 pounds. You know what that means? That part of that 500-pound capacity takes into account the drive, the seat, and a bunch of other stuff that they use to make the boat, even the weight of the boat itself, because usable is only 384 pounds. Now when you're talking about fully assembled weight, that includes the drive and of course the seat, you're talking about 116 pounds. That's very heavy. But if you put yourself one of these amazing Yak Attack kayak carts, have nothing to worry about the weight, because this thing becomes weightless with that cart. I even flipped it over with the strap and the cart is still on. Like, that's beautiful right there. So you could take some weight off the boat, and then now it becomes what? Gonna have me doing some math all the time. So 25 minus 116, calculator, 91 pounds. So the total weight of the boat with nothing on it, I should say, yeah, the total naked weight is basically 91 pounds. That is very heavy. It's windy, and sorry about that. I've been trying to make these videos for the last 3 days, and at 6 a.m. in the morning before work, and haven't been able to do it because I just been tired. Now let's take this 120 PDL for the drive on the water right here and do a complete water demo of this craft. I was like, I'm not gonna record because nothing cool is gonna happen. I'm just gonna start filming again when I hit the water. And I literally hit the water. I fell off, and luckily I was holding this drive right here, because when I fell off, like, I sort of like stopped right here. I hurt my finger here, but I didn't like hit those sharp rocks right there. So this drive already saved me some blood. All right, so one thing you have to do, make sure your rotor is free, so it'll be easier to deploy it later. Let's just put the drive here like so, and then just jump on the boat. Like seriously, this thing is so crazy stable. Look at this, look where I am. I could walk all the way over there and be totally fine. This is Old Town's best selling kayak, and you can see why. Not a crazy price and crazy performance. Like, look where I am, man. I'm right here, just standing up. I could like dance here if I knew how. I could like fish, I could do whatever, and I'm not gonna flip. I just hit the ground over there and kept my balance. Now let's just start talking about the elephant in the room right here. See this? A lot of water is gonna come to this deck. So if you want kind of like a dry boat, look somewhere else, but I doubt you will find one on a kayak. Because I mean, rule number one of kayaking, you're gonna get wet. That's why they have scupper holes, man. If you want a kayak that doesn't get wet, well, get a seat inside with a skirt and try to fish out of that. Good luck with that. I think for the first test I'm gonna do, since I have to drive up, is just give it a little bit of juice and like just test drive the paddle, and then bring the drive down, give it a little more juice with the paddle, and then get into the, you know, why you clicked on this video, which is the review of the boat as intended, because this one is a PDL drive boat, right? So I hope that camera angle is good. It's a little off, we'll fix it later. All right, let me show you why I like to paddle with the drive down. See how much water is coming in already? Crazy. Now I don't know if I just ate a lot of beans today. Wait, I didn't eat beans, but anyways, I just know if it's like I'm full of energy, but paddling right now felt really good. Like this thing felt like a really good paddling kayak. Brought the drive down, getting a little bit of wind. Let me just get a feel for it. Fighting the wind. It's moving, dude, it's moving. The rod is up. It's not interfering. The drive is moving. A lot less water on the deck of the boat. Now let's do a quick test of, you know, speed. See how fast we go. I'm happy I have a long cable now. I'm holding the phone down, so I should be able to see better. Maybe you won't be able to see because the GoPro won't like capture the speed, but like if I go like this, just lazy paddling, I'm going 3 miles an hour already. What the heck? Wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna bring the rudder down and try to keep it sort of in the middle to see if that helps me with keeping the boat on a straight line. That is gonna make it go faster because you don't have to be correcting your course that much. All right, so lazy paddling. Now let's crank it up. Let's see if you really need to go there, and for some reason you cannot use the drive, which again, this is not a perfect test because drive will be up, but if I bring the drive up, I won't be able to see the speed. 3.4, 3.6, 4. I think you would also need a longer paddle. I hit 4. Maybe if you have a longer paddle, you could hit 4.5. 4 miles an hour, paddling really hard. Maybe could get 4.5. I don't see anybody going over 5. It's not a paddling boat, okay? It's a paddle drive boat. It's supposed to use the drive. And if you don't want to use the drive, you could put a Bisbee on the back, or an NK180, or NK300, which hopefully we're gonna be able to do that video maybe next year. And if you've seen this video, if you're watching this video next year, just click on the playlist, you can see it. Now I wanna get my breath back, so I'm gonna put my paddle away and just use the boat as intended, which is giving your hands free. Your hands are free now. I'm gonna lose the rudder here a little bit. It has a tensioning knob that you could put add friction to it, so the rudder doesn't do this, so it kind of stays straight. And that's a cool thought. So the rudder is only on your left, so if you don't like that, there's nothing you can do about it. What I like to do right now is just go slow. I mean, look at this pace right here. Basically not even making an effort. I could keep talking even though I'm tired from that paddling. 3 miles an hour, 3.2 miles an hour. It's between 3.1 and 3.2 miles an hour. Really good, man. It's cool. Easy pace. You can maintain this pace for hours. Normal conditions, maybe subtract half a mile an hour. You're still going 12.6 to 3 miles an hour. That's pretty cool, and you can maintain it forever. So let's say you want to get a little aggressive, because I don't know, your friend is catching all the fish and he's 2 miles away. He's just sending you a test. It's like, dude, where the hell are you? I'm catching all the fish. You want to hurry up a little bit? Let's see how fast can we push it. All right, but you still want to save some energy and arrive there, you know, not so tired. 4.3 miles an hour, 4.2 miles an hour. This pace right here, feel a little bit of resistance. If you're an Olympic player, this is probably nothing for you, but for me, it's kind of taxing already, dude. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn here, see how it turns. Dude, this is a 12-foot boat, and you saw that there. Pretty much turn on the spot, dude. That's some crazy stuff. Look at this. Let me turn here to my right. That's so cool. It turns so nice. Wow. And some people even put a wider blade on the rudder, make it turn even tighter, or actually better if the conditions are different. There's a little bit of moving water going this way. That's why I want to like test the fastest speeds coming from over there going back. But before we do that, here's why you buy a PDL drive, Pro drive, instead of a hobby drive or something like that. And it's simply because of this. See that? Instant reverse. I was going 3 to 4 miles an hour. I stopped the boat right on the spot. Took 30 seconds, I don't know how long it took, 1 second, whatever, however long, and I went in reverse. And this right here is why you will buy this kayak instead of the hobby drive, if that's important to you, for the instant reverse, which is epic. Because right now, if you're fighting a fish, you have a rod, you're controlling, you want to stay in spot, whatever, you don't have to like go and pull a cable, or some kayaks don't even have the reverse. So this right here is epic. And we're gonna touch on the drive a little, tell you more about it later in this video. We're probably gonna do a walkthrough video, talk about it. But now that we're here, I want to see what happens if you hit some grass. Over here there should be some grass or something like that. And of course, when you need the grass, you can't find the grass. When you don't need the grass, it's all over the place. Literally, I cannot find the grass. My God, what happened to this lake? I want like thick grass that is gonna hold you, and it's like gone. I don't see it. I see grass over there. Let's see if we hit it. Let's see what happens. Come on, give me some grass. This grass is very light. Yeah, well, I do feel some resistance, but the grass is very light right here. One of the issues with any PDL drive is this. See what happens once you hit the shallows? That's what happens when you hit the shallows. Pretty much stuck, so you're gonna have to bring this up. Now the amazing thing with this drive from Old Town is the way that it's set up. To bring it up, you don't have to align proper or anything. That's why you have the high-end a giant opening here for the drive. Just bring it up, remove whatever you need to remove, get the paddle going reverse. But before we do that, I'm gonna show you something cool. That thing is floating. Now for that to float, the hatch has to be closed. If the hatch is open, good luck with that. Now some of you would say, Hey, Aliex, it wasn't floating, it was touching the ground. Okay, dude, you win. Happy now? It's floating. And you may ask yourself, why do I want my drive to float? Well, you never know. You may take your drive off because you're working a shallow area and forget to put it back, and then it drops, and it drops in like 25 feet of water. It's nice that it floats, you know? Take it in, put it back where it belongs. Knowing that the drive floats gives you an extra little bit of peace of mind, even though you're never gonna probably need it, but at least you know it floats. So I'm gonna attempt to do the impossible. All right, guys, here's what I want to do. I'm not gonna be happy after this one. I'm probably gonna need 10 minutes to recover from this one. So I'm gonna attempt to push this boat as fast as I humanly possibly can. I'm probably gonna throw up after this one. So I want to see what's the maximum speed you hit on this boat. 4.5 miles an hour, 4.8, 5 miles an hour, 5, 5.3, 5.3, 5.4, 5.4 miles an hour. I think I used to hit 5.5, maybe more when I was younger. It's funny, like I think after 35 things change. After 35, last time I was on a boat like this, I think it was under 35 or around 35, and you could even see it on the face. Look younger and all the stuff, have more energy. I don't know. I mean, age is not the same for everybody. Some people experience old age early, some people don't. It's weird. It's a lot of things. Now, you okay? Yeah. Oh, bro, it's so nice now, man.
It is, yeah. Now it's really nice,
bro. Now, like, come on, Jeff.
I'll tell you what.
Just pedal forward.
Just getting in right now. It doesn't tip over as much as like you know, like getting on the pro angler. I'll tell you that. And this is a smaller kayak.
And you see, but you're sitting high. I can see you flipping it really easy though.
Yeah.
All right, so turn around and flip it in front of the camera. All right, Jeff got owned 120 PDL by Old Town.
That's it.
And I'm gonna let him do the talking.
If I can get closer to here.
There you go. And remember, you got instant reverse.
Yeah, I got the instant reverse. Well, I'm trying to get out of the channel because I feel the current pushing me.
Yeah. Pedal hard, bro.
Aliex was nice enough to let me get on Old Town, and we're gonna try and flip it. See what's easier to flip, this or the Hobie. So
yeah, but you gotta
give me a kick. Give me a kick.
All right. All right. Oh my God, the Hobie would have flipped already. Flip it, bro.
Trying.
Flip it. Get that thing. Flip it. Lean to the side. Lean to the side. There you go. Goodness, man, it took you like 10 hours.
Yeah, this was a lot harder to flip than the
just grab it with 2 hands. There, yeah, keep pushing. There you go. Do it hard. Come on. Here, let's switch places, man.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, this PFD is uncomfortable.
Bro, DPA would have flipped here already.
Easy. Look at how far he's leaning. And he's not lying. That Hobie would have just flipped right then and there.
It would have flipped already. Let me see if I can keep going. Oh God.
Look how far he's leaning.
Oh.
You lean pretty, yeah, you were leaning pretty far compared to the Hobie, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, both of them flipped.
Right.
There was a time that I could have gone back. Like I had enough time to actually go back to my seat and be fine. The Hobie would have been on the water already. That's the difference. But you only know that if you practice. So practice. Now,
you guys, you're never gonna know the limits of your kayak unless you go out there and actually practice. So.
The way that you flip this back, just grab this right here and get away from it. Don't let it hit you in the face. It did not hit me in the face.
Jump
Like this. Try not to show your underwear. And you're on the boat. Let's see how much water is in here before this camera stops recording.
Okay, so, you know, in all fairness, we're just gonna go see how much water's in the hatch.
Ooh, man.
Other than a few drops that just fell in.
Wait, let's lift it from over there. And people gonna say, oh, but the Hobie, you flipped it multiple times. Look, it only took one, and all that water got in, okay?
Absolutely.
So.
Look at that, just exactly what I did before. I pushed the bow down. Look at that.
How much water?
Small little puddle.
Okay.
Won't even cover my hand. Guys, back at the trucks, and that's what I wanted to show you. Still, all that water.
Andres, record, Andres, record. Andres, record. Acure, Andres. Whoa! Should we take it home for grandma? It's mad, dude. Oh, I lost it. Ha! It can release itself. Oh, sorry, Grandma Francie. You're not eating good tonight.